Thinking about these makes our heads hurt. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 mind-bending Doctor Who paradoxes. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be going over the events in Doctor Who that are some form of time paradox. Because many of these moments are closely tied to the plot, there will be spoilers.
People say there was this girl, and she sat with Pete while he was dying. She held his hand. Then she was gone.
Number 10, escaping the Pandorica. When the 11th Doctor is imprisoned by an alliance of his enemies, the TARDIS explodes in his absence, effectively ending the universe, though Earth remains at the eye of the storm. Oh, and Rory is forced to kill Amy.
No.
Yet, hope comes from an unexpected and inexplicable source, a future version of the Doctor. This Doctor appears to Rory and gives him his screwdriver, which allows him to free the present Doctor from the Pandorica, which they then use to revive Amy.
You alright? Who are you?
But in order for the Doctor to free himself, he had to be free, and so on, and so on. The Doctor does say that in a reduced universe, paradoxes are easier to achieve, but that doesn't make them easier to understand.
Why do you have to be so human?
Number 9, Bad Wolf creates itself. Throughout the first series of the Doctor Who revival, Rose Tyler and the 9th Doctor encounter two words in many of the places they go throughout time and space: Bad Wolf. The finale sees the Doctor faced with an armada of Daleks, a threat so great that he sends Rose home in the TARDIS. Determined to fight her way back to him, she manages to open up the time vortex and look into it, becoming a nearly all-powerful being that not only defeats the Daleks easily, but who also states that it is the Bad Wolf and that it will create itself by scattering the words throughout history.
I create myself. I take the words. I scatter them.
But in order for the Bad Wolf to create itself, it first had to exist.
Everything must come to dust.
Number 8, Amy and Rory Jump. When Weeping Angels are involved, there tends to be plenty of paradoxes involved. Although it was tempting to include the novel about the events the Doctor and the Ponds are experiencing instead, we had to choose this moment. Upon Rory and Amy stumbling upon an apparent elderly version of Rory in a hotel where the residents' time is fed on by the Weeping Angels, the two of them escape to the roof to prevent Rory's capture.
I always wanted to visit the Statue of Liberty.
With few options remaining, the husband and wife decide to jump off the roof of the building to their apparent deaths, only to miraculously survive. Their inexplicable escape is paradox enough, but the reason they jumped was the elderly Rory, who seemingly no longer exists.
What's happening? The paradox. It's working.
Number 7, the Doctor's plan to save River Song. The Doctor's first encounter with the enigmatic River Song at the universe's largest library unfortunately ends with her sacrificing herself to save the day and the Doctor's life.
Spoilers.
However, because she has encountered his future self in her own past, this gives the Doctor an idea. Figuring that his future self would have had years to think about the event, the Doctor posits that his future self has enacted a plan to save River, or at least her consciousness, after her death inside her sonic screwdriver.
But not every day. Not today.
But neither the then current Doctor nor the future Doctor really came up with the plan, since each relied on information provided by the other.
He just can't do it, can he? That man. That impossible man.
Number 6. Rose rescues her father. In an unusual request, Rose Tyler asks the 9th Doctor to take her back to the moment of her father's death.
Go to it, quick.
When she can't bring herself to go to him as he's dying after being hit by a car, the Doctor gives her another chance to do so after their earlier selves have left. However, Rose pushes Peter Tyler out of the way, creating a paradox that erases she and the Doctor's previous selves. This also creates several anachronisms, like further interactions with her parents, several deaths caused by creatures attracted to paradoxes, and the offending car being stuck in a time loop. While Pete sets things right by sacrificing himself, it still changes Rose's memory of what her mother said happened.
He was always having adventures. I'd have loved to have seen you now.
Number 5. Older Amy. One adventure takes the 11th Doctor, Amy and Rory to a hospital world, where time differentials allow visitors to view the lives of dying loved ones in accelerated zones, one of which Amy accidentally enters.
Hey as well.
Yeah, push the button.
The Doctor and Rory encounter an aged version of Amy, left bitter at apparently being abandoned for many years. With her help, they're able to rescue the younger Amy from her time stream. Despite promising to allow the elder version to travel with them, the Doctor reveals that he lied, shutting the elder one out.
I'm sorry.
Yet, in order for the younger Amy to have been rescued, the older one would have to live out her life, something the younger Amy never got to do because she was rescued.
You can't leave her, she'll die.
Doctor,
No, she'll never have existed. When we save our Amy, this future won't have happened.
But she happened, she's there.
Number 4. The Toclophane. After abandoning the Doctor, Martha and Jack near the end of the universe, the Doctor's arch-enemy, the Master, sheds his disguise as the kindly professor helping the last of humanity find a new home and departs for the present day in the Doctor's TARDIS.
End of the universe. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Once there, he not only gets himself elected Prime Minister, but he also manages to conquer the world using apparently alien allies he calls the Toclophane.
And these are my friends.
Yet, it's later discovered that the Master has turned the humans from the end of the universe into the murderous cyborgs in order to kill their own ancestors. Sure, the Master uses the TARDIS as a paradox machine to make it possible, but it's still hard to wrap our heads around.
Oh, but they broke your hearts, didn't they? Those Toclophane. Ever since you worked out what they really are.
Number 3. Clara becomes the Doctor's companion. Series 7 sees the 11th Doctor try to solve the mystery of Clara Oswald, a woman whom he meets multiple times in different time periods, who dies both times he meets her. When he meets her in the 21st century, he takes this vision along as a companion, while also trying to figure out who or what she is.
Right then, Clara Oswald. Time to find out who you are.
In the finale, when the Doctor's foe, the Great Intelligence, dives into the Time Lord's time stream to kill him in all his lives, Clara goes in after him, splintering herself into pieces across time to save the Doctor.
Sorry, but you're about to make a very big mistake. Don't steal that one, steal this one. The navigation system's knackered, but you'll have much more fun.
Except she never would have been able to, had her other selves not driven the Doctor to make her his companion in the first place.
And remember me.
Number 2. Sally Sparrow's Weeping Angel Adventure. Sally Sparrow is a woman who becomes embroiled in a very confusing adventure involving the Weeping Angels after discovering several clues left for her by the Doctor and victims of the Angels who have been sent back in time.
Who are you?
I'm a time traveller. Or I was, I'm stuck. In 1969.
Using the clues and a DVD Easter egg of the Doctor, Sally is able to have a sort of conversation with him in the past, which she uses to get the TARDIS back to him and stop the Angels. Yet, when she finally meets the Doctor in person, he doesn't recognize her, and she gives him the information he will need.
One day you're going to get stuck in 1969. Make sure you've got this with you. You're gonna need it.
The Doctor gave her the clues, which she gave to him, which he gave to her. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Before we get to our top pick, here's some honourable mentions.
I don't remember much about her now, but she must have made quite an impression.
Yeah, I named my daughter after her.
You named your daughter after your daughter.
Number 1. River Song's existence. River Song may be one of the most temporally complex and/or confusing characters in fiction.
Hello, sweetie.
As we stated before, River dies during the Doctor's first meeting with her by sacrificing herself in his place. If she had let the Doctor die, she would never have been born.
You and me, time and space. You watch us run.
Also, it's later revealed that her parents are not only Amy and Rory, but that she also grew up with them as their best friend, who helped get them together in the first place.
Oh, come on. Seriously, it's got to be you two. Oh, cut to the song, it's getting boring.
River is responsible for her own existence twice over, and in part because of her death, which is why she's the most mind-bending paradox of them all.
Hello, Benjamin.
You agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.